As many of you already know, through television, newspaper, or online media sources, there have recently been 3 commissionaires demoted or outright removed from their employment positions for no other reason than the crime of speaking only one of our 2 official languages. A crime that is against our Constitution and Charter of Rights and Freedoms, which guarantees us equality. A crime which we were assured, upon adoption of the Official Languages Act, would not result in anyone losing their jobs. Did you think that these 3 were the only ones? I assure you, we have stories of many, many more. Research shows that the mandate within the public sector for bilingualism as a requirement of employment has increased progressively over the years. But did you know that in 2015, more than 70% of civil service positions in New Brunswick were mandated as bilingual? This mandate is now beginning to impact every aspect of your life, whether your community has a French population or not. Have you tried to buy a hunting or fishing license in Hillsborough, New Brunswick recently? Our hospital employees are being asked to work in a hostile environment where they are being stalked, harassed, and interrupted in the performance of their duties by mystery shoppers hired from the University de Moncton for the sole purpose of performing audits on the delivery of service in both official languages within the Horizon Health Network. Oddly enough, no similar audits are being done within the Vitalité network. The claim is that these audits are simply to determine that the active offer of service is being given and to determine that service in the language of choice is readily available. However, these mystery shoppers are not simply determining active offer of service. Instead, they are wandering around the hospitals and the departments, posing as visitors and as patients, and they are interrupting the daily activity by stopping workers and asking such questions as, "Have you seen my sister? Do you know where I can get a drink of water?" In some cases, these mystery shoppers are reported to have been somewhat overly enthusiastic, bordering on harassing in their approach. The added stress that this is placing on our healthcare workers is unacceptable. The fact that this is impacting the Anglophone Health Authority and not both health authorities is discriminatory, and the entire situation is offensive and wasteful. The next hearing on the dual busing issue is scheduled for the 15th and 16th of June. A hearing requested by our Attorney General in an effort to have it declared constitutionally required to transport our children to school on separate buses according to language. An Attorney General who, in his most recent filing by his lawyer, rejected the court's previous suggestion that he is stepping outside of his role and should remain unbiased and represent both sides in this matter. Did you know that in some areas, in an effort to keep English and French students apart, your tax dollars are paying for taxis to take out-of-area children to a school in the language of choice? And in some areas, your tax dollars are even paying parents to drive their own children to school. By the way, those taxi drivers that I mentioned, they're not even bilingual. Second language education programs have had more than 47 years now and have failed to educate our children effectively in both official languages. Some regions of the province still don't even offer second language education, setting the children up for failure from day one. Anglophone Rights Association of New Brunswick says enough. The application of language laws has exceeded the constitutional aspects of bilingualism and has instead imposed unfair, discriminatory practices on the citizens of New Brunswick. This is not what bilingualism is or how it was intended to bring harmony and fairness to our citizens. Instead, we are as far apart, if not further, than we have ever been. There are those who will tell you that we are anti-French or anti-bilingual. We are not. We are pro-reason, balance, logic, and fairness. We have been welcomed into more than 15 communities now with our public meetings and have been received warmly by the councils and even the mayors of these communities, who in some cases were the ones who invited us. Over the past year, we have been working hard to raise support and awareness, to meet with government officials and leaders of political parties, business owners, educators, and everyday citizens who recognize that the current path is the wrong one. Only a year ago, the Anglophone Rights Association of New Brunswick was born, with approximately 45 original members. 1 year later, we are over 600 and continuing to grow. We will be holding our annual general meeting on Saturday, June the 4th, at the Wesleyan Church Auditorium on St. George Street in Sussex. This meeting will be open to the public, although only members in good standing 14 days prior will be eligible to vote in the election of our board. We hope to see you there.